It's Junie trying to go live. Oh crap. I forgot to flip it around. Let's see. I might need to flip you guys this way. All right, hold on to your seats. I gotta flip you. Oh. Whoa. I don't know if I can flip you now. Hey, Brooke. I'm trying to flip you. Just give me 1 second. Don't mind me. I'm a mess. Huh. Oh. Doesn't let me flip you. That's so weird. My phone doesn't allow me to flip you guys. I might need to start the live stream over because I don't know how to flip you. Let me try it like this. Can you guys see the computer screen? Let me see. I suck at this. I've been working on Rose's chart, and I did fix it. So it's in imperial measurements. I had to go back through and reconfigure the, I had to reconfigure the map to make it imperial measurements instead of the other. 1 second. I'm going to try to pull you up on my other phone and see what it looks like. Okay, you can see it. Hi, how are you? I'm having a hard time seeing chat because I got to do it on the other phone, guys. Sorry, Brooke. Yeah, I have a phone. I don't have like a camera. I don't have any gear, you know? Hi, Danielle. It's good to see you, sweetheart. You guys got to see me with my hair bun. I have a huge hair bun on right now. Okay. Let's finish her up. What was weird to me was seeing her Venus. Okay, so, all right, let me get started. Let's just explain Rosemarie Bly to everyone. I just want to give a quick, who she is, when she went missing, all that. I'll do that real quick. So Rosemarie Bly, she went missing from St. Croix Falls in Wisconsin. It really in the middle of nowhere. I mean, if you look at this, this is really desolate, guys. There is nothing around. Like, this is her house here where she went missing. And there's just nothing around. So, for the mile markers, I did 29 feet because these were prominent repetitive numbers, and some of the AC and the IC line, the DC line numbers. There's certain numbers that I like to use for mile markers. So I'll, like, if it's 29 degrees showing up in the chart, I'll do 29 feet. Then we'll go to 29, 2.9 miles, right? And then you go from 2.9 miles to 29 miles out. So, sorry, my daughter's up there playing a game. It must sound like we're like murdering her here. We're not. Her bedroom is right up at the top of the stairs, and that's with her door closed. She's a big gamer. She has a computer in her room and everything, and she's like a big gamer with the headphones on, so she doesn't realize how loud she is. So I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so these are the mile markers that I pushed out. So it can be that something significant involved in Rosemarie Bly's crime happened around here. Now, she went missing August 21st in 2009. And she hasn't been seen since. It was said that she went to go have drinks with a cousin. Some people say that she did not go have drinks with a cousin. There's just conflicting stories about her disappearance. Hey, Charlie B, it's good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here. Can you guys see the screen, or is it dark again? Okay, you can see it. Love you guys. I'm so happy that you're here. I really appreciate it. Okay, so trying to get it so. Okay, so I'm interested in a couple of lines. We're gonna add. There's just 3 more lines that I need to enter, and then her map will be completely done. And I gotta finish up the moon, I think, because the moon line is very important. Is my screen frozen? I hope not. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Can you guys hear me? So we're doing Rosemarie Bly, Charlie B. Who is Summer, so she is Summer Wells' aunt, you know, and it is very bizarre for, you know, a family to lose, you know, it's, all is well, Junie, do your thing. Okay, thank you. It is very odd for a family to suffer 2 disappearances, right? I mean, it is bizarre, but I guess it can happen. I mean, this happened in 2009. Summer Wells went missing in June 15th of 2021. I believe 2021. Don't quote me. Yeah, June 15th, 2021, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, you know, it is bizarre, okay, to have a family have this happen to them, right? So, you know, I've been very anxious to do Rosemarie Bly. I feel very connected to her spirit, and a lot of, you know, Brooke feels very connected to Rose. I was drawing a blank. Oh, were you? Oh, you're fine, Charlie B. We love you very much. Just appreciate you being here. I really appreciate it. So, I'm sorry it's so late. Just lots going on here. So, I did notice that there, you know, the crime chart is giving me a little bit of a pattern here. So we will go and let's just finish mapping her out, and you know, see where the lines take us. So see, I did Mercury. I'm looking down here. Yeah, so I'm going to add the moon in, Mars and Venus, and then her map will be done. The Mars and Venus are at the same degree. Algol and the IC line up here, it's interesting to me because, look, it's mapping out where they said she was supposed to go to have drinks. the IC line is the root of the matter, right? And Algol is a demon. I mean, wherever he is, it's usually not good. And on her chart, Algol is very close to the demon line, okay? And this demon represents mass catastrophe, chaos. This demon rules neck injuries, head injuries, someone losing their head, maybe someone being drunk and doing something stupid. And that was kind of hugging her, her root of the matter in the womb and in the tomb. So you can kind of see just how close they really are. I mean, they're very close. And Venus and Mars. So Venus can represent a female, a mother figure. Venus can represent, how we cherish, how we love, financial issues. And we have Mars and Venus on top of each other. And Mars is the bloody planet. He also represents war. He represents murder and anger, rage. So I'm really curious to see how that goes. And it shows up on the chart. And then the moon. The moon is always a second co-ruler of where a body might be located. So the moon and Saturn are very important, and the moon and Saturn are directly on top of each other. Now, if I was a police officer and I was looking at this is a cold case. And we're back from 2009. And you can see she was supposed to have drinks in Cushing's. And the demon is going right through Cushing's. And in the root of the matter, how it all ends for Rosemarie Bly is also showing up in Cushing's. So that can't be a coincidence, right? I mean, that it's mapping out Cushing's like this. I find that can't be a coincidence, right? The demon line and the root of the matter. So that can't be a coincidence. Hey, Gemini, it's good to see you, love. Just want to say sorry for the craziness, but I'm so... No, you're fine, Gemini. She's close to the house. She could be, yeah, absolutely. And that's why, like, sometimes I won't map out the feet or the yards, right? But for Rose, I did. I did because... I mapped out feet and yards because there's so much land out here and it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, anybody could do anything with a body out here. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. So that is why I wanted to also just see where these lines show up really close to the house, right? Because look at this, guys. Look how desolate this is. I mean, anybody could put a body anywhere here. So, I mean, I can still clean up my lines a little bit, but they're fine. I just need the lines to shoot out from the house. That's what's most important, right? Because when you look at a person's natal chart, this is her house, right? This is her. And I'm literally mapping this chart. Actually, I'm mapping the 7 p.m. chart. I'm mapping the 7 p.m. chart. And it's in, that's how I'm doing it. So right here is the moon, Saturn, and Mercury, the sun. I'm getting ready to map all of them, and I'm going to map Venus and Mars. Now, on this chart, they're not on top of each other, but at the 7 p.m. chart, they are on top of each other. So, and at the end of the matter, I have an enemy, and I have Mars there, which is anger and rage, and that's 2 people. More than one person is involved in her disappearance. There could be something on a computer. There could be something on text messages. There could be some communication. There could be some travel involved in her disappearance. Gas stations, traveling on the road signs, things like that. Mars rules murder. And let me see what the 27th degree of a Sabian symbol is. 27th degree of Gemini, Sabian symbol. Just out of curiosity. Let's see what we get. "27 degrees of Gemini." This is, you know, this is kind of like pulling tarot cards, kind of the same way, but you're using degrees on an astrology chart. A gypsy coming out of the forest. Interesting. So 27 by invitation only. So sometimes it will give us a picture. The forest. And see, she is being ruled in Virgo. So, to me, you know, she could be in Earth, guys. I really feel like she could be in Earth, near a wooded area, near a bushy area. A gypsy emerging from the forest, wherein her tribe is encamped. Oh, that just gave me chills to pull that up. So I pulled up 27 degrees of Gemini because the 27 degrees of Gemini is at the end of the matter for her. And let's read what it says. I struggle with reading, so just bear with me, okay, guys? Okay, so 27 degrees of Gemini is civilization, moving away from nature into more formal and structured ways of being in order to grow in consciousness, stepping into involvements that enable growth. So now think of this as crime, because usually people look at this for their natal charts. This is not pertaining to crime, but you have to kind of think of this with a criminal mind, okay? I'm looking at her chart as the end of the matter. Mars is the planet of murder, and this is the Sabian symbol for it, okay? For 27th degree of Gemini. Normal rhythms of life inevitably strip us down to basics, like it or not. The truly advanced soul will actually seek such a self-revelation. They choose to leave behind their natural inclinations in order to relate from a place of utter authenticity and awareness in order to shift up to higher realms of being. So, a gypsy emerging from the forest. So weird. Like, did somebody come out of the woods and... Interesting. It can give like a little insight to a degree. I should probably look up the degree for the AC line too. But we'll do that. Right now I just want to get the maps done. I keep seeing her daughters looking out the window. Aww. I keep getting the image of a pelvic bone. Aww. Since the last live we did. Really? It's very grim, you know, and I hate to sound that way. You know, of course we want to keep hope alive. Conspiracy is the same penalty as the unaliving itself. Might as well just tell the truth. Yeah. It's her chart is very sad, and you know, it even says like farm, like her body could be near farmland. It says like peas, dairy farms, pea farms, places where soybeans are growing, you know, things like that. So, all right, let's map out the moon. Let's get the moon started, because the moon is a second indicator of where a body could be located. All right. So the moon I have at 170 degrees. And I like to try to get as close up to the house as I possibly can. 170. All right, so I get a little quiet when I'm doing this because I can't look at the chart. Okay, I mean, I can't look at the chat. So I'm looking at the chart right now, guys, so I can't see the chat, okay? Just give me 1 second. So Saturn and the moon are right on top of each other, which is crazy. Because both Saturn and the moon can indicate DNA or possible body locations. Sometimes we have found bodies on the line of Pluto. Sometimes we have found bodies on the line of Mars. Sometimes you find the body on the IC line, the DC line, or the AC line. I mean, really, it could be any of these lines could play a role in her disappearance. It's either going to map out a road that was taken, or it's going to map out a place where a cell phone pinged, a place where there might have been an eyewitness, a city, a town that has something to do with her disappearance that day. So, I mean, it's really kind of like a snapshot image of her disappearing that day. What's really weird to me is up here, it maps out like the road, a road. This takes us all, this is a road. Takes us right into a road. It starts to, like right from her house all the way down, that's a road. And then it starts to curve off this way. So I am interested in that. That's weird to me. So, all right. So I'm going to push the moon out as far as I can take it. Takes me a little longer. Sorry guys, I get really quiet when I do this because I gotta focus. I gotta go up and I think I gotta go up and yell at my daughter because she's being really loud up there. Well, not yell at her, just tell her to, you know, hello, I'm on YouTube. Can you not be screaming out bad words right now? She's not bothering you? Okay. Okay. She cuts loose. Like she's been doing, we're gonna do online school. So we're getting ready to get her set up to do online school. And it's just been really stressful because we're trying to get her out of school and set her up with another school. So she's just been having a really hard time with some of the kids in school. So she's really kind of cutting loose. It seems like on her video games, like I catch her in there playing the shooting games and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? She's like, I'm sorry. I think she's just blowing off steam, but she's really a gamer. And she's like a really good smack talker too, so she gets into it. All right, so there is the moon line right here. All right, so we can kind of see how tight the moon line is. Oops, yes, save before sharing. Hold on. It makes me save sometimes. Okay. I hope so. Brooke kind of knows what's been going on. It's not been easy. She's really having a hard time at school. So she's really letting off a lot of steam, and she plays video games, I think. Okay, so Venus and Mars were at the same degrees. So I have Mars at 87 degrees and I have Venus at 87 degrees. So that makes me suspicious of a female maybe involved here, allegedly. Of course, everything that we discuss on this channel is all alleged. Astrology has been used to figure out where wars are coming from. Astrology mapping like this has been used to locate missing horses, missing livestock, missing cows. I've seen it work. I've seen people locate missing jewelry. I've seen people locate a missing person. Okay, I've been able to, as short of time as I've been doing this, I've mapped out a few things on some of these astrology charts that absolutely blow my mind. We came very close to Elijah Vu. I did map out where his blanket was found. And I strongly believe that my line of Pluto mapped out Jay Slater. And I've only been doing this really for a few months. So I only have a few charts in, but people like Kirsty, people like Val Evans, they've been doing this a long time. They have, not really sure of any other criminal astrologers that map, but, they're finding people. They're very damn close. So, there is a success rate to this. There is a success rate. Kirsty mapped out the couple that was shot in their car. She mapped out the house, like right near that house that they were shot at. She mapped out Richard Allen's CVS where he works. There is proof that we have mapped, that people people that know how to do this have mapped out people's bodies, have mapped out a killer's house, have mapped out where a killer works, has mapped out where a killer might hang out or frequent, right? It's really weird. I don't know how the universe does this, but it does, okay? And these lines, they're going to mean something at the end of it. If we ever find her, I guarantee you she'll be close to one of these lines or in between these pies. So, these little mile markers can indicate something significant taking place in the crime, whether it's a road or a place that somebody was spotted. It'll map out something. Something will match. Okay, so Mars is 87 degrees. So let me get back to Mars here. So I'll just mark this line as Mars and Venus because it's pretty damn close. And see how it comes, like it's going across neighbors' houses and stuff. Not that I'm saying that any of these neighbors are involved or did something, but it would be interesting, if they did, if any of, if this neighbor here knows anything, this neighbor right here, This house right here, do they know anything? You know, this house here, because the lines are going through it, just like on Summer Wells's maps. Woo! Oh my gosh, I almost lost you guys. You there? Sorry, guys. Hope you're still there. I hope I didn't lose you. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. Was Summer's age? Did she look like her? I don't know, honey. I really don't know. Sorry, Brooke. Okay. All right. And this, like, how this ends to, like, this line going through to this dead end here, that's suspicious to me. Like, you know, if there ever is another search for her where these lines are going through, and if law enforcement has been like, that was an area that we did search and we were suspicious of it, we searched it for a reason, and I have a line going through it, you know, it wouldn't hurt for law enforcement to search these areas again, even if they already did search these areas. You know, years later, I mean, something, you know, if I'm mapping out an area that law enforcement once searched and they were like, there was nothing there, but I'm mapping it out again, I mean, I would think it wouldn't hurt to check it out again, you know, just wouldn't hurt. That left line. The Pluto line, you mean? The Pluto line? So this is Mars and Venus. I mean, I guess I could push it out to a... See, it's so desolate here. Like, I've just been pushing it out to... like a highway or a lake or like a mile marker of some sort. So this is Mars and Venus. Because they're the same degree. Let me just pull it back a little bit and see what this line takes me to. It's just, there's just nothing out here. It's just nothingness. That looks like a lake. I'll at least take the line all the way out to the 29 miles. I'll at least do that. Creek. Well, I mean, I did push it close, and I have all the areas in here as well mapped out. Like, I mapped it. I did map it. I did map close too, but I'm gonna push it to. I'm gonna push it out to the 21 mile marker, to the 26 mile marker. And I'm gonna push it out to the 29 mile marker as well. But I also pushed it to 2.9, 2.6 miles, and 2.1 miles. Okay. I'm interested in those mile markers too. Just like I'm interested in 29 yards. I'm interested in 29 yards away from that house too. Okay. So I took it to this like highway. .29 yards, I feel like probably you do. All right, so that takes 29 yards is taking us to like here. So this is 20, this would be 29 yards. So like or 2.9 miles. This is 29 yards. So like this area in here, I'm interested in areas like here. So, I mean, it's just weird how it maps out. Look, that's a corner. So somebody would have had to taken these roads to get in here. It's really weird how it's mapping out a corner to me. Because there's not many roads in and there's not many roads out. I'll try to change the terrain. Let me try to change it. Maybe, is this easier for you guys to see? Or it might be too bright. That doesn't really show much either. Because there's just nothing, there's nothing out here. It's just desolate. It's really desolate. It doesn't really show much more. It's just as there's nothing. It's, I don't know. I think I'll just go back to satellite because to me it just shows, it shows more. Let's do hybrid because at least it maps out more streets and stuff. Yeah, so hybrid kind of shows us a little bit more. All right, so I should probably do the par of fortune too. I think I did do it. Let me make sure if I did do it. I think this is the par of fortune up here. Yeah. So the par of fortune is your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign all in one, right? So I like to use it on crime charts. Uranus was kind of ruling her, so was Saturn. So, you know, I put Uranus and Saturn on the map because, you know, it's possible that she is connected to both of them. So let's do, let's mark this Venus and Mars so we have it. Venus and Mars. Ask Rose, can you turn on the box while doing this? Sure. Oh, no, I can't. Wait. Well, I got to run upstairs and get my charger. I can't. Because this phone's going to die. And then I can't see you guys. I wouldn't be able to see the chat or read your questions. Because I don't know how to flip my phone around. Because I don't know how to flip my phone around. Okay, so let's just kind of take, zoom in really tight to this now that the whole thing is done. Here's Rosemarie Bly's crime chart. I mean, this is all the planets that were over top of Rose's head the day that she went missing. And hopefully, if someone's watching this that knows a little bit about her crime, You know, maybe something's sticking out to them. Maybe there's a location here on the map that they're like, wow, that makes sense, right? I mean, that's what I'm hoping, is that maybe law enforcement will one day see this and recheck some of these areas, because, you know, if they were curious about a suspect, if they were curious about a location, because here is where she was supposed to be going, in here. So let's mark that on the map as, you know, this is, to me, this whole area here. I mean, I know that's a large amount of area, but it is where two planets are meeting. And it's also on a mile marker line. So I would consider this important, right? Because this is where she was supposed to go to have drinks. And there is a few lakes nearby, although I really don't feel like she's in a lake. It could be sandy dirt, sandy gravel. It could be, you know, an area that's wooded, trees. Think about it. I'm sorry, hold on, Gemini. Wait, I can't see your text. Wait a second. Give me a second. Oops, crap. Hold on. I lost my chat. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay. By a creek. By a creek. Think about it. The blank ain't gonna tell you where she really went. The left one's closed. Feel strongly. It's okay. I just have an aging angling that she is by that house because of the way you was being pushed away from the home. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, we're all speculating here. I really can't accuse the husband. I mean, he is on the list as far as the astrology goes. Yes. I mean, it's very possible he's on the list. As of suspects on an astrological level. But I also have more than one person being involved. There also is something about money. Could be something about inheritance money even. Something weird with a financial obligation or something. So that showed up too. And Gemini just could be two people. Gemini represents two people usually younger than 29. And then the sun represents someone that's usually a male and they're older than 29. So, I mean, I could have three suspects, you know, ranging between many ages here across the board, right? I mean, so this road here that this maps out, I find it interesting that it's mapping out the actual road that leads out of her house. So and it's, you know, the par of fortune, which rules the sun, moon, and your rising sign. I do find that interesting. I mean, it maps out River Road. Look at this. That's the road. That is how astrology works. That's how amazing astrology is. It's mapping out a road. So I'd like to know, was this road taken to facilitate her crime? Did she leave this way? Because it's really mapping it out. I mean, it does this on Sebastian Rogers' chart. It does this on Summer Wells's chart too. It maps out roads. And it follows the road. It follows it. You know, and that just gives me goosebumps. It really does. Because to me, it means something. It's significant. It's significant to me that the astrology is mapping out a highway. A main road into the house. Into the main area here. Look at that. I mean, it's totally mapping out a location, and then a road, a main road. And then it starts to just bear off here. It maps out this intersection of, you know, River Road to 250th Avenue. And then it goes off into just like the wilderness out here. This road here. I find it weird. I find it very weird when it does that, and interesting. So anything out here, if anyone, I mean, like I said, it's extremely desolate for Rosemarie Bly, but there are roads. Looks like there's dirt roads. Houses. I mean, if she knows anyone that lives in any of these houses here. Now, I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything in these houses. I'm just saying, you know, it is interesting. And then it maps out another area here. I just find that very interesting when astrology does that. I don't think we should take it lightly either, you know? You guys doing okay? Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. So, I mean, there could be anything here. If I get really close to the house. I mean, Pluto is the line of, you know, transformation, death, and it goes right out from here. And then this is Saturn and the Moon and Mercury. So any communication, this road here, if anything happened here, I'm interested in it. You know, following down this road here, River Road. And this goes into the river here. So this does cross over, you know, Minnesota, Wisconsin. It seems like the river is kind of like separates the two states. So, because it's on a mile marker and it's where planets are connecting, you know, I'm gonna circle these areas here too. It could be important. I know it's a big spot, but I mean, you just never know. All through here. It's interesting that 29, you know, that the astrology was showing 29 miles because I do believe her car was found exactly 30 miles away. I did read that somewhere, that her car was found about 30 miles away. So, I do find that interesting. Now, if she knows anyone any, you know, anyone that she was having beef with or any enemies, because like the sun, I believe, went out this way. Yeah, this is the sun, this is like an enemy line, and this is the sun. If she knows anyone in this pie area that she might be an enemy with, anybody from Eureka area, Eureka Center, it says. Secret enemy, yeah. The other way, though, before the river. The other way, though, before the river. Well, let me still try to circle important spots on the map. And then I'll go back. Like, you mean over here, Gemini? Yes, left. Yes, left. Yes, left of the line. The other way of car, I was saying. Secret enemy. You mean like over in here, Gemini? Before the river? Where these lines are here, Gemini? Close to the house, yards. Well, I have all the yards as close. I have that all circled, hun. Like, I have all this circled. This is all the yards. I mean, it's a big circle. These areas here would be important to me. And anyone who lives in these areas around here, you know, I would like to know if they know anything, or have they been questioned, or do they remember seeing anything? I mean, it's not, you know, this whole area here I'm interested in. And this area in here as well, I'm interested in. All through here. This house here, I'm interested if they know anything, if they saw anything. You know? This house here, I have a line going through it. This road here, I'm interested in because I have a line going through it. You know, this whole area is important to me because there's a planet that goes through it, and then it crosses over a mile marker. So they're important places that should be kind of searched. If a cell phone pinged over here for some odd reason, we should be looking at it. If this neighbor, you know, acted strange, or I don't want to do that. I don't want to call someone out because these are no one's here has been listed as a suspect that lives in these areas. But I'm just saying, you know, the planets are going through their house. It'd be interesting if they were talked to, or I would like to know, like, you know, if any of the neighbors have been, if they remember seeing anything or any cars on the road. They could be an eyewitness to something and they don't even know that they're an eyewitness to something, and the planets are just kind of like mapping it out. Again, I'm not accusing anyone. I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything. I'm just saying that, you know, these are areas that I find interesting that's being mapped out. That's all. Drones are fantastic too. Yes. Yes, I'm hoping she gets justice. It's been so long, guys. I mean, and I pulled the map all the way out. Like, she might not be out in these areas here, but like St. Croix Falls mapped out, Sand Lake mapped out, Schaefer mapped out, Harris mapped out, Stark mapped out, Luck mapped out, and Cushing's, right? Branstead. These are just places that I push the lines out to. It doesn't mean that she's out here. It's just I pushed the lines out because there wasn't really many landmarks that I could go off of. So that's why I pushed it out as far as I did. I pushed it past the 29-mile marker because I like to take the lines and take it to a highway, or take it to like a big something that stands out on the map, but there just wasn't There just wasn't anything that stood out on the map. Oh, crap. Did I just lose everything? Oh, my battery died. Hold on 1 second. That's weird. All right, looks like my battery died. 1 second. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I had the other thing plugged in, not my battery. All right. So, my battery died. Let's give it a second to reboot. What in the world? Okay. So, now this just died? Oh my Lord, what is it with me? Okay, so basically everything just died, guys. Okay, so we'll do her map, like her map is done. All right, so it's finished. And then, I'll do a tarot card reading on her. We'll do another spirit box on her. I have that one spirit box that we listened to. Some of the things that were said was a name Alex, a name Jessica. They mentioned an abortion. They mentioned someone was sleeping with someone. Allegedly, remember, you can't take a spirit box as fact. I'm not presenting it as fact to you. I'm just saying this is what was said on a spirit box. It does not mean that it's real, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. It's just for, do your own research, form your own opinions about a spirit box. But they also mentioned they kept saying they were angry, they were mad, they could not compromise. So to me, the fact that the spirits keep saying I do feel like there's more than one person involved and more than one person knows what happened to Rose, okay? In my own personal opinion, that's just how I feel about it. What was some other the things that they mentioned? Refused to compromise, unwilling to compromise, something about the money, something that they were livid, they were angry, but they just keep saying the word they. They also mentioned something about 7 years. That's with something was moved 7 years later. They mentioned cement. They mentioned they said something about it took 3 days. This is very sad, but I did get a full sentence in the spirit box, and it said something like it took 3 days to handle her, or deal, or like it took 3 days to deal with her. So I'm not really sure what that means from a spirit box session. It took 3 days to deal with her, 3 days to and they said that her body was put into something. I just don't know what. Those are some of the other things that I got. That's all I have for you guys for now. And my laptop's not turning back on. Thank God I saved her map, because I really don't feel like doing her map all over again. It takes me a while. Oh wait, now it's coming back on. Hold on. All right, my computer just came back on. Don't mind me, I look awful. Let's see if I can get it to come back on. 1 second, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so not like this. I'm not a good YouTuber, guys. If you haven't noticed yet, I let everything die. I literally hang up on you guys all the time. I don't mean to. I'm just very distracted. And I thought I had everything plugged in, but I guess I didn't. Oh, look! It said Gemini. Just like Gemini just popped up on my thing. And then it just went away. That was so weird. Okay, hold on. Sorry it's going to be so bright. Coming back on. Right, hopefully I didn't lose everything. If I lost everything, I'm going to cry. Like, I'm literally going to cry. Okay, no, I didn't lose everything. Okay, so let's just finish mapping out some of the circles that I'm interested in before I have another catastrophe. Okay. Venus and Mars just makes me think that there might be a female, an angry female in this direction, or I'm not really sure. Hey.
You showing your face?
I showed my face, yes.
Wait, are you showing it right now?
I did show my face earlier. My daughter doesn't want me to show my face to you guys. She's scared.
Don't say that.
Well, what you don't want me to show my face? Why?
People gonna kidnap you.
People gonna kidnap us? she said she's funny. She's an Aries, so she's really blunt. She was like, you shouldn't show your face on YouTube because people are weird and they'll start mailing you like dildos. I was like, what? I'm like, what? Who told you that people do that? People will send you. She's so funny. She said, my mom's, and she was talking to her friend. She was like, yeah, my mom thinks she's got YouTube friends and they're probably going to end up sending her weird sex toys or something through the mail. My daughter is very blunt. She doesn't mess around. Okay, so I wanted to just pull a couple tarot cards here and just see, like, one, I want to ask let's ask if my maps are right. Kaden, you're like in your...
Are you showing?
Yes. Can you not walk over this way without...
Wait, are you showing the camera over here or this way?
I don't know. The camera's looking at the computer, but I drop this thing all the time. It could flip over.
Okay.
You can't be coming down here like that. You got to get some clothes on. Lordy. I mean, she's got clothes on. It's just not appropriate. Okay. All right. Let's just ask the tarot. I can't see the chat, so just bear with me, guys, okay? Let's just ask tarot, is the map correct? So I got the Hierophant. So to me, I feel like, yeah, it's a positive card asking if my map is correct. I mean, and this does rule justice and a higher authority. Can you guys see the card? See, we cooked dinner tonight, and I don't now she's in there in the kitchen making something. What are you making, hon? Are you making noodles? I got you your kimchi. I ordered it in the mail. It's coming. We made dinner, but now she's in there cooking again, so I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to pull two more cards and ask about the chart. Spirit, is the chart correct? Spirit, about Rosemarie Bly. Can you please tell me if the chart is correct? Is the chart correct? All right. So I got the Strength card, which to me is maybe I'm getting better, stronger, getting better at this with the charts. I feel like this is saying that, yeah, you know, that we did the charts right. You know, that this is, you know, the world that's going to come to a completion. This is, to me, I feel like she is going to get justice one day. But it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time, I think, unfortunately. But, you know, this is completion. This is like, you know, everything coming full circle, everything completed. All right. Tell me about Rose Bly. Tell me about Rose Bly, please. What happened to Rose Bly? What happened to Rose Bly? So I got the Eight of Swords, which is a woman, you know, tied up, a woman blindfolded, a woman that's literally wrapped up. She is confined. She is stuck somewhere. She feels like she has nowhere to go. So that's my card for Rosemarie. The bottom of the deck, I have the Fool. The bottom of the deck, the Fool card. Which to me, she may have trusted someone that she shouldn't have trusted. She didn't trust her intuition. She was naive about something. She went the wrong direction. She may have been a little naive about something and trusted the wrong people. All right, let me just spill the tea. But I do feel like she's put in something or she's wrapped up in something and she's in earth. Because we have all that Virgo. Again, you know, there was in the sign of Virgo rules chicken coops, you know, dairy farms. It rules being in the woods, being in a shallow grave, and being near pea farms. I think specifically it said peas, and I think soybeans. So she came across somebody shady in her life. Could be a shady female involved here. And bottom of the deck is the 10th house. And that is, the 10th house rules, you know, your career, your employers, people that you work with. Also, can also be that someone wanted control over her because the 10th house is ruled by Saturn. And, you know, restriction. Somebody wanted to keep her from doing something or moving forward, getting ahead. You know, don't mess with Capricorn's money. Don't mess with Capricorn. Lord, don't mess with a Capricorn. They are scary. You know, they might seem pretty calm and collective, but if, you know, Capricorn energy for the 10th house, because Capricorn rules the 10th house, and it's the planet that rules the 10th house is Saturn. So somebody restricted her from doing something. I just don't know what. And Saturn also is time, years. It's when a crime can take years to give us an answer for what happened to her. But I do feel like she's tied up, held down, locked down on something. She's hidden. I would say she's hidden very well. All right, so this is what I have for now, guys. I just wanted to, you know, pop in and show you the map, what I have mapped out. And, sorry, my husband's up there watching a movie. It's really loud. And just show you, you know, where everything mapped out. I am interested in this demon line and the IC line. I'm interested in this area here. I'm interested in, you know, here too. I better circle that as well. Eureka and these areas too. I mean, I could push it out, but you know, I'm sticking to the 29 mile marker, 21 mile marker. But, you know, I am interested in these areas too. I pushed it out just to make sure. But that's Rosemarie. So I will be doing another spirit box for her, probably tomorrow night, and we'll do another tarot reading on her, and then we'll move on to our next victim. I like to dedicate at least like 2 weeks to each victim. You know, I really want to give it my all for each victim. So this was Rosemarie. All right, all right. God bless you all. Take care now. Bye bye.